Hey everyone, there were some questions on using ChatGPT for critiquing our critiques and our presentations that we're delivering for class. So today I'm going to give you an example just to go through the process. I'm not going to give you a full presentation. I'm going to give you a reduced one just so you can see how we do it. But I'll be looking at this article here, Gut Microbiota, Targeted Diets Modulate Human Immune Status, that was published in Cell a year or two ago. And basically, to go to ChatGPT, you use this service called openai.com. The website is on top, and the landing page is here for ChatGPT. Then you click on Try ChatGPT down here. What will appear is this new chat up here. I have the paid version, but the free version uses the same default GPT 3.5. The paid version enables us to choose GPT-4. I'll keep it at GPT 3.5 because if you use the free version, that's what will be available. All right, so you'll notice at the bottom that you typically type in words, and then it gives you feedback based on that. To do an oral presentation, what you're going to need to do instead, I'm using Safari, is to use the dictation option. And so I'm going to start here and start dictation. But before I do, I just want to say that there might be a limitation on how long you can speak to ChatGPT in the free version. So you may need to break your presentation out into sections. If you have a thick accent, ChatGPT may have a problem understanding you. So this will be great practice to speak slowly and clearly. Also remember that ChatGPT is just a tool. It may give you feedback that you find valuable, or it may give you feedback that is not helpful. So you'll need to think critically about what it says. Ultimately, you are responsible for what you choose to include in your final presentation. ChatGPT will also not be able to provide feedback on other aspects of your presentation, like your eye contact, verbal delivery, speed, or things other than the words that you use. But having said that, I really think this will be a helpful tool in improving your presentations, and I'm looking forward to hearing if you find it helpful. Okay, so now again, here's start dictation. And so I'm going to start. Please provide feedback and recommendations on my article review presentation, including on my introduction and evaluation of the study methods, results, discussion, next steps, and overall critique. Good afternoon. Today, I'll be critiquing the article entitled Gut Microbiota Targeted Diets Modulate Human Immune Status, which was published in the journal Cell in 2021. The human microbiome has become a hot area of epidemiologic research because of its potential wide-spanning influence on human health. These study investigators wanted to understand if it is better to eat a high-fiber diet, which has been a standard nutritional recommendation for many years, or to eat a diet that is very high in fermented foods with living microorganisms. These type of foods include yogurt, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, miso, kimchi, and other products. This investigation was a randomized control trial comparing a high fermented food consumption arm with a control group that ate a high fiber diet but no fermented foods on the resulting diversity of the gut microbiome after 10 weeks and on the health of the immune system using biomarkers that are known to be associated with rheumatoid arthritis and other important immune diseases. 39 generally healthy adults over age 18 were recruited from the local community of Stanford University. Participants were excluded if they had a history of active, uncontrolled inflammatory bowel disease, infectious gastroenteritis, C. difficile infection, or H. pylori infection, as well as if they had had major surgery of the GI tract. Other exclusion criteria included a BMI over 40, diabetes, renal disease, liver enzyme abnormalities, pregnancy, smoking, a history of CVD, or malignant neoplasms. Participants with high levels of dietary fiber or high level of fermented foods were also excluded. The study participants were randomized into 2 study arms, and the final count of participants who concluded the trial was 18 people in each arm. There were no other inclusion or exclusion criteria specified. The results of the study were that the high fermented food diet arm increased microbiota diversity and decreased numerous important markers of inflammation relative to the fiber arm. Thank you. So you'll notice that I clicked on the little arrow on the back. And so now you'll see that it gave me a whole critique on my presentation, on the different sections that I asked for, the introduction, the methods and the results and discussion, and then an overall critique. You can ask for additional characteristics or additional components in the critique, and you can ask for clarification as part of this ChatGPT if you want more detail about an aspect of the critique that it gave you. So I hope that you find this useful. Again, remember, ultimately, you are responsible for what you choose to include in your final presentation. I really do think this is going to be helpful for you, and I'm looking forward to hearing if you find it helpful. All right, thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.